Alright, nerds. I'm kind of just reviewing anything right now. So today we got another first edition Black Series, The Mandalorian. Number 46, IG-11. Nevarro, Marshal. Same thing with the back. Oh, this one actually has its own little bio. First edition, by the way. I'm doing this just to flex on y'all. I got the first edition white box, baby. And let's see. It says the blasted fragments of the assassin droid hero undergo a complete rebuild and reprogramming, including the addition of Marshal stripes that denotate IG-11 as Nevarro's new protector. I don't know if y'all remember, but in season 1, the ending of season 1, when this guy goes crazy, he goes crazy. So yeah, let's just crack it open and see what he's all about. Star Wars figures are kind of ass, but they look cool, you know? They look pretty cool. I'll make this quick. His one accessory is this little blaster right here. Sorry, my fingers are dirty. I just got off of work. What the hell? Why is it like that? Hold on. There we go. There we go. Oh, right there. It's got like a weird, let's restart this. Hold on. We're gonna start. Alright, so his one accessory is this blaster right here. Sorry, my fingers are dirty. I just got off of work. But it's got a nice amount of detail and it's a very shiny plastic. As you can see, you can get some bolts and some bangs, a trigger, whatever that box is right there. The handle is nice and white. It's got a scope on the side of it, which I'm like, for one, kind of wild that this the scope is on the side of it. Like, how are you supposed to use that? I mean, I guess you use a one eye, kind of like this. But he's a robot, so I don't understand why he even has it. And it goes in his nice little holster here. And we might as well just get into the figure. So let's back it up. Fix the camera. And here is our IG-11 out of the packaging. And he looks actually pretty cool. I think I said this in the last review with the Embo, but Star Wars figures are not really made for articulation. They're made for the sculpt. And this is the perfect example of that, because this guy's got so much detail in the figure all around. Just like, look at the metal, the different shades of like metal. Like, he's got shiny parts, he's got matte parts, he's got different pieces that look different inside. Just all the little like, I don't even know what you would call these, like pistons and things that keep him alive. Even the back of the figure, like, it's not super crazy, but it's just like, it's really nice detailing all around. The wires are soft wires so they can move when you bend the legs. I don't know if this is how it's supposed to be with like these kneecaps off to the side, but that's how mine is, so I'm just gonna assume that's how it is. The belt logo looks pretty nice. Even the belt isn't too articulated, isn't too detailed. It's just like a rubber piece, and it's actually kind of a bit shiny, which kind of sucks, but you know, he's got the little detonator in the chest. Let's bring it just a little bit closer. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. His face is all big cone and weird. You can rotate it all over the place. Just a really nice figure overall. I like it. Let's go ahead and stabilize this thing. Back up a little bit. We could go over the articulation because there's not really that much. I'm trying to make this as quick as possible. So he rotates at 3 points on his head. So up here, I'm guessing this goes back there. I'm guessing these are all cameras, but I'm pretty sure these are his main eyes right here. These little goofy things that stick out. Kind of wish they made it so they look up and down, but they do not, because I'm pretty sure in the show they go up and down. But yeah, then it rotates right here. Why is that happening? What is going on here? And it rotates up here as well. Then he's got these arms which move in a weird way, so they move at this point right here, so they rotate all the way around. They come out, and then there's a rotation up here. There isn't also where the hinge is, so I don't want to break it. Yeah, there we go. So the hinge is right there, and it rotates right there at the forearm, or bicep rather. No wrist hinge. And it does look like the fingers, which I didn't even get into. The fingers are weird looking, but they're on a hinge as well, so they open and close. So that's pretty neat. And then he's got a waist or torso articulation right here, but it doesn't move forward or back. Also rotates at the waist, so that's very nice. Legs go forward, but they do splay out kind of a bit, so they go forward that much. Probably go even higher. Let's see. So if you move this, you can probably get it up to that much. Probably the same backwards. Yeah, same thing backwards. There is no, they're on a ball peg, so they can, you know, rotate up here, but I don't think it's really meant to do that. Can bend at the knee. There is no thigh cut, even though I wish there was. It could have been probably hidden right there. Bends that much at the knee. Can rotate a side to side, but be careful because these are connected. You don't want to rip them, but it can do that. Then the ankles, you can actually turn them up here at the actual ankle. So right there, you can see that. And then it also has another ball peg down here at the bottom where you can rotate it as you please. You can go up, down, side to side. That's on a ball peg. It's not an actual hinge or anything. And that's pretty much everything you need to see. Let's go ahead and get out a couple figures for the size comparison. I don't have a Grief Karga. I wish I did. I could probably find one at Ross for like, you know, $7, but I'll probably have to get one. It won't match him technically because I know he gets a different outfit, but I don't. Oh, one thing I forgot to mention, the little hands do rotate. I totally forgot to mention that. They do rotate. I'm just going to keep it brief. We're only going to do a few size comparisons. So here he is next to Boba Fett and Embo. And I just got to say, I didn't say this in the video, but I really hate the way the hat sits on this guy's head. It'll stay on, but not really. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get on, but this is the wrong review. Size comparisons, and then we're just going to end it right here. Well, the size comparisons, we got the newest Mando and then the newest Grogu. You know, you already know what it is. They look good. Look at the detail. Look at the detail on all these guys. Look at the baby Yoda. I would like to see the baby. Alright, normally I would get him in a somewhat dynamic pose, but from what I remember in the show, he kind of just stands there. He doesn't really do a lot of stuff, so I kind of got him in a walking forward pose. I got the gun in his hand too, which is a little tricky to get in there, but it works real nice. Final thoughts on this guy is he's okay, you know. It's nothing to write home about, honestly. It's a Black Series figure, you know. You get them for the detail, stand them on the shelf, and they look pretty. That's really all about it. I'm gonna have to give this guy a solid we're gonna give him also a 6 out of 10 because let's be honest, the articulation isn't that great. They could have added so much more. I mean, even if the character in canon doesn't move like that, like, screw it. Give us a head that moves up and down. Give us the things that, you know, look up and down. I remember they said they were going to do new tooling on the feet or whatever, but that's really not enough to get this figure, you know, up to standard. The knees are a little weird, you know what I mean? I'm just finding things to complain about now, but yeah, it's not the greatest figure ever, but it's not trying to be, because like I said, Black Series, they don't care about articulation. They know their audience, and the people who like this stuff will buy it regardless. And toy collectors like me will probably buy it also just to fill a slot on the shelf. With all that being said, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. So I'm trying to be quiet. It's like 1 a.m. Like, he's looking that way. He's like, oh, I can see you with my little beady eyes. I got beady little eyes. They're bugging out of my head.